Have you ever wondered what happens when a woman decides to swallow during intimacy with her partner? It's a topic rarely discussed openly, especially for women over 50, yet it sparks curiosity, doubt, and sometimes even taboos. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell to avoid missing any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. Semen primarily comprises water, proteins, sugars like fructose, and essential minerals such as zinc and magnesium. For a healthy person, ingesting it in normal amounts doesn't pose any significant health risks. But in any intimate exchange like this, there's a much deeper layer to consider beyond the physical makeup of bodily fluids. Trust, understanding, and mutual respect become paramount. When engaging in such an intimate act, one must always consider the potential health risks involved, particularly because semen can carry sexually transmitted infections, STIs, such as HIV or human papillomavirus, HPV. This fact makes it essential to have open communication with your partner, ensuring that both of you are safe and comfortable with your choices. The connection we have with our partners during these moments of vulnerability cannot be understated. Intimacy goes beyond just the physical. It's about knowing you are with someone you trust deeply, who respects your boundaries, and who values your well-being. It's through this lens that we should view practices like swallowing. For some, it may simply be another part of the sexual experience, but for others, it can feel more symbolic, a representation of the trust, love, and closeness shared between two people. There's something undeniably intimate about engaging in such acts, but it's crucial to remember that safety, both physical and emotional, must always come first. The question many women ask, is swallowing good or bad? Doesn't have a straightforward answer. From a purely medical perspective, it is neither inherently good nor bad. The answer depends largely on the individuals involved, their health status, and, most importantly, the context in which this act occurs. If both partners feel comfortable and the act is consensual, it can be a perfectly normal part of a healthy sexual relationship. Some people even find the practice enjoyable because of the deep sense of intimacy and connection it can foster with their partner. It can create a sense of closeness that goes beyond words, especially when both partners feel respected and valued. However, what's equally important is recognizing that not everyone feels the same way. Some may feel uncomfortable or uneasy about this practice, and that's completely valid as well. Each person's boundaries and comfort levels are different, and in any healthy relationship, those boundaries should always be honored. What might be pleasurable or meaningful for one person could feel invasive or distressing to another, and it's important to have open and honest conversations about what both partners are comfortable with. On a psychological level, it's also interesting to consider how society and culture have shaped our views on this particular practice. Historically, swallowing has been a subject of controversy and taboo, often intertwined with ideas of submission, control, or even power dynamics. For centuries, society has placed certain expectations and judgments on women's sexuality, often making them feel ashamed or conflicted about their desires. The act of swallowing, in particular, has been laden with these societal burdens, leaving many women to question whether their choice to engage in this practice is truly their own or influenced by external pressures. Yet, in the modern age, we are beginning to see a shift in how these intimate acts are perceived. Many are realizing that what truly matters is not society's opinion, but the relationship between two consenting adults. In a healthy, respectful partnership, swallowing or any other sexual act should never be seen through the lens of power or submission, but rather as an expression of trust, desire, and emotional connection. When both partners are in agreement and feel comfortable, these moments can become deeply enriching, allowing them to explore each other's needs and desires without shame or judgment. Ultimately, in any intimate act, the most important thing is the mutual respect and care that both partners bring to the table. Every person has the right to set their boundaries and to engage in only those activities that make them feel safe, respected, and loved. Whether or not to swallow is a personal choice, one that should be free of societal stigma or expectation. At its core, intimacy is about connection, feeling seen, valued, and cared for by your partner. And when that connection is strong, moments like these can transcend the physical and become expressions of the deep love and trust that holds a relationship together. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. In the end, what's most important is the bond you share with your partner. Whether you choose to swallow or not is a deeply personal decision, and there's no right or wrong answer as long as it comes from a place of love, respect, and mutual consent. The key is to focus on the emotional connection, the trust, and the safety you feel with your partner. In a world that often imposes judgment and expectations on our most intimate moments, it's essential to remember that your choices are your own, and the most fulfilling relationships are those built on understanding, compassion, and a deep sense of mutual respect. It should never be seen as an obligation, but rather as a choice, a personal decision that should be made freely and without pressure. When women feel coerced or obligated to engage in this practice, it can lead to feelings of discomfort, shame, and even resentment, which can have profound effects on their emotional well-being and self-esteem. The pressure to conform to certain expectations in a relationship can create a sense of guilt or inadequacy, which in turn may erode the foundation of trust and intimacy between partners. It's important to remember that no one should ever feel forced into doing something they are uncomfortable with, especially when it comes to such deeply personal and intimate acts. On the flip side, some women genuinely enjoy the practice and find that it enhances their emotional and physical connection with their partner. For them, it can symbolize a deeper level of intimacy, trust, and vulnerability that strengthens the bond they share. This sense of closeness can create a more fulfilling sexual relationship, where both partners feel understood and accepted for who they are. It's a choice that some make to deepen their relationship, not because they feel obligated, but because it feels like a meaningful expression of their love and desire. Psychological studies have consistently shown that trust and sexual satisfaction within a relationship increase when both individuals feel free to explore their sexuality openly and without judgment. When partners can communicate their desires, preferences, and boundaries without fear of rejection or ridicule, the relationship naturally becomes more fulfilling. This openness allows both individuals to feel valued and respected, creating a space where they can explore their desires in a way that feels safe and consensual. However, this exploration must always be voluntary, never imposed. There's nothing more damaging to intimacy than feeling pressured or manipulated into something you're uncomfortable with. Consent is the cornerstone of any healthy and positive intimate experience. Without mutual agreement, there can be no true connection or pleasure, and the experience can leave lasting emotional scars. Consent goes beyond just saying yes or no. It's about understanding your partner's boundaries and respecting them. It's about being attuned to their comfort levels and ensuring that every act is done with care and consideration. When both partners feel empowered to make their own choices without fear or guilt, the experience becomes more meaningful and pleasurable for both. In the end, it's all about communication, respect, and mutual understanding. Every person has their comfort levels and boundaries, and these must always be honored in a relationship. Whether or not to engage in certain intimate acts should never be a decision based on societal expectations, partner pressure, or feelings of obligation. Instead, it should be a choice that both partners feel good about, one that enhances their connection and brings them closer together. True intimacy is about more than just the physical. It's about creating an environment of trust where both individuals feel safe, respected, and loved. And when that foundation is in place, every experience, no matter how small, becomes a celebration of the deep bond you share. When a woman decides to swallow, she isn't ingesting anything that the body can't naturally handle. Semen, as previously mentioned, contains components like fructose, proteins, and trace minerals, but all in such small quantities that it doesn't offer any significant nutritional benefits or drawbacks. It's almost negligible in terms of what it provides the body. Studies suggest that the caloric content of an average ejaculation is so minimal that it holds no real weight from a nutritional perspective. Yet it's fascinating to see how, over the years, numerous myths have surfaced regarding the supposed health or cosmetic benefits of semen. Claims that it could work wonders for the skin or contribute to overall health have gained attention. But the reality is that there's no solid medical foundation to support these ideas. These stories are often blown out of proportion, leaving people to believe in exaggerated benefits. What's crucial here is to clear up these misconceptions. Semen isn't some magical elixir with miraculous properties, but at the same time, it's not harmful if a woman chooses to swallow. From a purely sexual and emotional perspective, many women report feeling a heightened sense of connection and intimacy with their partner when they engage in this act. It's not just about the physical act itself, but what it represents, the deep trust and vulnerability that it implies within a relationship. When both partners feel safe, respected, and valued in such closeness, the experience can contribute to a stronger emotional bond. This is where the psychological aspect plays a significant role. The mutual vulnerability shared between partners in these intimate moments can lead to greater sexual satisfaction and a deeper emotional connection. It's not uncommon for couples to feel like their relationship is strengthened through acts like these, which symbolize trust and openness. The bigger question people often ask is it good or bad to do it? And the truth is, there's no single definitive answer. It all depends on the context of the relationship and the feelings of those involved. From a biological or medical standpoint, it's not harmful, provided that sexual health is prioritized and there is mutual respect between partners. Safe and consensual sex is always the foundation of any healthy, intimate experience. But swallowing is by no means necessary for a relationship to be satisfying or fulfilling. It's a personal choice, and like all choices in a relationship, it should come from a place of mutual understanding and consent. No one should ever feel pressured into believing that swallowing is essential for a deeper connection or a better relationship. It's simply one aspect of intimacy that some couples might explore, while others may not feel comfortable with it, and both decisions are entirely valid. What matters most in a relationship is that both partners feel heard, respected, and safe in all aspects of their intimacy. The decision to engage in this practice, or not, should be made with care, honesty, and mutual agreement. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. It's important to emphasize that while some may find emotional significance in this act, it is by no means a requirement for emotional or sexual fulfillment. Every relationship is unique, and there are countless ways to experience intimacy and build a deep connection with your partner. The key lies in open communication, trust, and respect for one another's boundaries. Intimacy is not defined by any one act, but rather by the love, care, and understanding that partners share. So, whether a woman chooses to swallow or not, The most important thing is that she feels empowered and comfortable in her decision, without feeling obligated or judged. In the end, it's all about the emotional and psychological connection that intimacy can bring. Acts like these can be powerful for some, fostering a deeper connection, while for others, they may hold little significance. And that's perfectly okay. What's crucial is that every individual feels respected and valued, and that decisions made in the bedroom reflect mutual desire, not societal pressure or myths about what's good or bad. True intimacy is about finding what works for both partners and ensuring that each person feels loved, safe, and accepted exactly as they are. The most important thing is that, as a woman, you feel fully in control of your sexual decisions. Your body, your choices, and your boundaries should always be respected, no matter the situation. If swallowing is something that feels right for you and brings pleasure or a deeper connection with your partner, then it is absolutely a valid option. There is nothing wrong with choosing to embrace that experience. However, if it's something that doesn't sit well with you or makes you feel uncomfortable, then it's important to recognize that there is absolutely no medical, sexual, or emotional reason why you should feel compelled to do it. Your comfort and well-being should always come first, and it's okay to say no. The key to any fulfilling relationship is open, honest communication with your partner. It's crucial to express your feelings, preferences, and boundaries in a way that fosters mutual respect and understanding. Your decisions should come from a place of personal empowerment, where you feel respected and at ease, not from a sense of obligation or pressure. Remember, intimacy is about connection, trust, and shared experiences, but those experiences must be enjoyable and consensual for both parties. In summary, dear listeners, swallowing is a deeply personal and completely optional aspect of a couple's sexual experience. It is neither inherently good nor bad, but simply another way some people may choose to express their intimacy. What truly matters is that every woman feels free to make her own decisions about what feels right for her in her intimate relationship. There is no one-size-fits-all rule here. Every relationship is unique, and the most important thing is that each decision is made with mutual consent, safety, and respect. Always remember that your comfort and happiness are just as important as your partner's, and the best decisions come from a place of love, understanding, and personal empowerment. Thank you so much for joining us in this important discussion today. We hope this conversation has provided some valuable insights and empowered you to make informed decisions about your intimate relationships. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll take forward into your life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and reflections could inspire others. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to bring you more empowering topics soon. Thank you for watching.